There's a lot of conspiracy theories flying around. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is the main one, and I am not wrong about this one. Republicans can't be killed. Republican politicians can't be killed. They're never killed. I don't know when the last one was. What? Fucking Lincoln?
Yeah.
When they were different.
The last one, yeah.
But they can't be killed. You know? Yeah. That's just a statement of fact. That's just a statement of fact. It's just a fact. It's not. It's just a fact, I'm not advocating for anything. I'm, parody, etc. I'm not. I'm not going to get up. Okay, that's the thing that I was when I was posting about this. It was like, to anyone who's reading this, I don't want to be anywhere near these people ever. Right? I don't want to be fucking. I'm never going to go to a rally. I'm never going to. I'm never going to fucking. I'm never going to be near any of them ever. So my views don't matter at all because I am entirely too lazy and I don't think they matter enough. I'm not.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a 20-year-old that fucking sat on a roof while the cops and Secret Service and people in the crowd watched this motherfucker get on a roof. Like,
yeah, all right. Well, we can get into all the details, but I just got to put this out there. I have a new conspiracy that I haven't heard anyone else say, but this is because you have to have this is like similar to like the JFK thing, although this is less cut and dry, really, than that one was. But this one, you gotta put your own flavor on the conspiracy. So here's mine, okay? Is that because I was just reading through his Truth Social account and looking at the things that he's posted in the past couple days, and I think that a bullet actually did hit his brain in a weird way that was like underneath his hair that no one could see or something, and because he is saying all these like presidential things about like unifying the country and stuff, and you'd think right now, my thought was he was gonna be this. We'd see like a coin flip of Trump, and he would like turn into like dark evil Trump,
he'd be out for blood,
steroid, Super Saiyan version of Trump or whatever, and he'd be like, the radical Antifa is trying to kill me. Like, even though this, it's come out that this guy was like a Republican, whatever. But anyways, it's like he'd be like, Antifa's they're trying to kill me. Like, he would probably, if he really wanted to do that, he would be like, it doesn't matter the political party. All these establishments, people are trying to go after me. He'd be going after Biden about it, blah blah blah. But he's not. Yeah. He's just talking about like praying, like, talking about like God saved him and like all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, who is this tweeting this shit? And then I'm like, wait, maybe there is no bullet in his brain, and this is just like this near-death experience. Like, what if it like actually changed where he like became like not so bad of a person all of a sudden?
I mean,
wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yes, yes. But I think that's kind of, it's like, I feel like him as a person, right? Like, has realized that in order for him as a person to be like liked at all by anyone, he's got to like dial it back, right? Like, he's got like, it's like he can't be like, he can't be or he can be like catty bitch Trump. We all love that, right? That's everyone.
Yeah.
But as far as like the blood and soil Trump, it's like he never really meant it. Like, he doesn't give a shit. That's the point that's what's scary about him, is that he really doesn't give a shit, right?
Right. That's like Stephen Miller writes all this fascist rhetoric, and he just reads it. And then in between like talking about flushing toilets or like birds hitting windmills or whatever, like then he'll go back to the script where he talks about like the immigrants poisoning the blood of the country or whatever, and then he's like, but what? And the water is dripping, it's dripping from
it's or you gotta flush it a couple of times. It's but like all right, so this is I posted this too, and I want to say it out loud.
Just reword it.
So, well, no, because none of what I don't call for violence, right? I'm not stupid, number one, but also I don't. It's like I don't like. I really don't think that killing the president does anything.
No.
Like less than nothing.
But not in the way that not in like the way that someone would desire that it would. It has ripple effects all over the country, but it doesn't do the thing that you think it's going to do. You know what I mean?
It doesn't
like stop a policy from happening.
No. They're hood ornaments. You shot the hood ornament off the car. But so
that weird like camping trip convention for billionaires that they had, I think, this past weekend. You could do some change there. But anyways, let's go.
Now I will say that we should fucking on that location, but that's
okay. I was trying to be subtle, and you're calling for violence.
Look, hey man, I'm just a regular American. Okay, that's just plain old common sense, folksy common sense. Okay, like the campground where the billionaires are. Absolutely, do that. Please do that. Don't bleep nothing. Do that. But anyway, don't kill the president. That's stupid. But it's too much work. like I have too many jokes about that. But the idea that it was that close and it's Trump, right? To me, that signals a couple things. One, this is hell. This is hell. We live in hell. This is hell. This is the hell world. This is the hell dimension. So the next person I saw, I was like, so somebody tried to like shoot the president, and this real Southern guy, he goes, yeah, we were just talking about that, and there ain't no way he's losing now. That's all he said. I was like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, take it easy. And then then I then I go back to my job and I'm sitting there like on my phone for a while. I can't like play video on my phone for that long. My phone will die, right? Mm-hmm. So but the guy also told me it was like an hour later or something, right? So it's 7:30, 8 o'clock, right? And I'm looking for video. Nothing. But the only thing I see is that fucking picture. The fist raised, the people trying to shove him in the van, but he defiantly comes out, American flag behind him, right? And I'm like, okay, fake, bullshit, right? Fake, not nonsense, not real at all, right? I go home and I am convinced right? It's like no way, right? At it's Mossad or something. It's because they're the ones that would want him to win. It's like I thought it was Mossad instead of CIA, because CIA would actually try to kill him, but Mossad loves him, right? So I'm like, it's got to be that, right? It's something like that. Right? It's fishy. It's fishy. Either way, it's fishy, right?
Well, there was a Israeli attack on Palestinians the same day.
Yeah, no, right, so, at the same time, and all the there's coordination, but right. Then I saw the clip of it, right? Mm-hmm. Like whatever, and that if at first it was like that made me even more like suspicious, because nobody fucking scattered, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
If I hear gunshots, fuck you, I'm out. Right, I'm stepping over people. I'm pushing over old ladies. I'm George Costanza. Right, I'm fucking out. I am not getting shot in this crowd. Right, no fucking way. Right, like, but anyway. So then I go on the internet. Right, and they're talking about it in one of my favorite subreddits that I don't want to talk about because it's too small. And I see a guy who's like, look, man, all I'm saying is there is not a sniper in the world who you could trust to take that shot. He was a couple millimeters away from taking a bullet to the head. Okay, there's no fucking way it's like, there's no way. Right? That's not planned. Whatever the fuck happened, like that part is not planned. You're not going to pay, if you want him to win, you're not going to pay somebody to shoot him in the head. Right? Like, it's like, that's.
Or close to it. Right.
Right. And so fair. So then I was like, okay, well, hey, you know what? New information. So then I posted something. Right. And the thing I posted was, I thought this was fake. It boils down to, I thought this was fake. Somebody made a really good point about the fact that he fucking damn near got shot in the head, right? And then I thought, well, I guess it's not fake. And that's how for anybody who's reading this or listening to me now, right? That's how it works, right? Is you do not have to stick with your original thought. You don't have to double down on the thing that you initially think, right? You can just be like, oh, guess I was wrong, and then be wrong for a couple minutes before being correct for the rest of the time, instead of being wrong forever because your ego can't take it, or you can't be wrong on the internet, or whatever the thing is, right? Like, it was like a very object lesson in like, whoa, I didn't even think about that, right? It's like, I didn't even think about the idea that, like, yeah, wait, why? It's like somebody definitely was trying to kill him if they shot at his head. That's just, you don't, like, even if it's not, even if it's
I saw similar things. Actually, I had trouble sleeping that Saturday night. And so I was up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. reading r/conspiracy. And
great place.
Every post was talking about this. I mean, there was way too many talking about Reddit downtrending posts talking about the shit. I was like, okay, whatever. You're just clogging the shit up right now. I want to know about the real shit. Shut up about Reddit. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about.
I want to talk to Alex Jones. Right? I
saw a clip. I saw a thing about what he says.
What did he say?
He said, I'm trying to remember exactly. He said, I think he said it was Antifa, but that might have also been when there was a lot of stuff circling around about it being an Antifa guy. There was this one guy they thought it was, that was like, posting anti-fascist memes on Twitter or whatever, and they're like, it was this guy, but it wasn't not that guy. But I can't remember exactly what he said. It wasn't really that exciting. Like, you think he would have some like whole new take on it, or it's like, nah, it just kind of sounded like the same type of bullshit. But yeah, it's very interesting. Some of the stuff that I came into. The thing that gets me that I don't understand is the like Secret Service response or like lack of proactiveness or whatever. Like if you look at like the aerial view layout of that whole event, there's like 3 big ass buildings and then the fucking grandstand thing that he was like in front of or whatever. Right. And that's it. And when I say big ass buildings, I mean like there were like 1 or 2 story buildings, but that are big and
big flat roofs.
Yeah, and like volume or whatever. Yeah, big flat roofs. And so you had somebody who was able to get up on one of those. Like, you don't have a Secret Service agent on all those roofs. There's literally only 3 of them or whatever. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And like they had like a gun point. There's all these like videos showing different angles and stuff. And there's one that shows a Secret Service guy with this big ass fucking gun, like with a tripod type gun or whatever.
Yeah, sniper thing.
Yeah, I guess as a sniper. Yeah. And I think that's the guy that took the dude out. Neutralized as the word they
they keep saying neutralized like they're fucking fancy.
Yeah, it's like it's the static charge in your socks or something.
Yeah. Right, neutralized. Yeah. Like it's fucking, it's the Terminator.
Yeah. So anyways, like that's the weirdest thing to me is the fact that they didn't see this guy there was one dude who they interviewed, I think BBC actually interviewed him outside of the thing, and he was like, yeah, there was a dude climbing up on the roof and he had a gun and we were like pointing to him and telling the cops and the Secret Service guys and all that, and they were just like, I don't know what's going on, and like seemed confused or whatever. And then next thing you know, he's shooting. And it's like, that's fucking weird. Like, this is not the type of shit. Usually you hear of them overdoing it,
Here's what I think about that. Because that's the least, it's surprising in the sense that you don't think that, like, this is possible until you realize that they're just cops, right? It's like the Secret Service, they're just fancy cops. Right.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, I am positive that Trump's Secret Service detail is the D- worst, least good at their jobs Secret Service detail for like, it's like they're not even as good as Bill Clinton's guys or Jimmy Carter's guys. Right. It's not like it's the stupidest morons who everybody else hates. They get this job, right? And it's further reinforced by the fact that there was a guy that like, I didn't think about this either because it's so stupid. You just don't think about. I don't think about these things because it's like. Because number one, I don't care, right? Like that's the big picture. Don't give a fuck. I think it's weird that it wasn't being like covered like 9/11, right? Because all kinds of shit is covered like 9/11 now. I can't believe that a guy can shoot at a former president and it's not like, it's not like we have an emergency broadcast, right? Like it's not that level of like, you know what I mean? There was still like regular TV on, still, there wasn't, crawls at the bottom, president, whatever shot, whatever. Like, so that made me think like, all right, so the media actually does hate him, right? They like the media and like the quote unquote deep state, they do hate him. They don't like him at all.
Sure,
right?
Just as much as your average American.
Yeah,
because that's all they are. These are just fucking dudes working at fucking post office or the fucking health department or whatever, and they're like, yeah, this guy is a moron, and it's like, he's technically my boss at, like, for 4 years. No, fuck that guy. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I would be fucking pissed too. Like,
but it's all the way up to, like, you know, CIA guys and, like, the FBI, right?
Yeah,
it's like everybody. And so there's that. So there's that part of it. That's just, I didn't think they would make it this obvious, right? It's like, obviously they hate him, but they're not. If somebody had nicked Barack Obama in the ear at an event, fucking, it would be the only thing on TV for weeks. Yeah. I am positive of that, right? But that's just because people actually like him, right? Like, it's
that would have been that would have been unexpected.
It would have been surprising,
right? Like, Trump, I'm honestly, I was kind of expecting it to happen in 2020 at some point.
Yes,
you know,
we all were. That sentiment was said a lot. Like, I'm surprised this is the first time, honestly. Yeah. But the other thing that I thought was, the Secret Service is dragging him off stage, but he got, like, knocked out of his shoes or whatever, so he's like put his, like, shoes back on, and
what was that?
He kept saying like I gotta get my shoes or whatever, and somebody was like, it's because he wears lifts, right? He's actually not like 6'3" or 6'4" or whatever. He's just they don't want to see. He doesn't want to be seen to be 5'10" or whatever the fuck he is, right? And he's that vain that he would, right? And but the big thing for me is that I there's just something about, and it's like, it can be explained by like adrenaline or like other, it's like there's other factors at play, but I just don't, in my bones, I just don't think that Donald Trump does any sloganeering or fucking fist pumps or anything after almost getting shot in the fucking head, right? I just don't, he's just not, he's a coward. I don't buy it, right? I don't buy that he just thought like, oh, this is perfect, right? Like, he just thought like, yeah, I'll get a fucking, American, and there's still an active shooter as far as they're concerned. There might have been another person. Like, it's like there's all these different things that they just failed at security, like, all the way around, right?
Yeah.
But then you remember that this is the government, right? It's like they've been gutting the government. They've been like lowering standards and like fucking, like lowering like credential requirements. It's like, this is what happens.